Good morning, fellow community members. This is the first session for mentorship or your mentorship with Next Gen FX. Now, this session had or was recorded last week, Friday, or last 2 weeks, Friday, but the video crashed. I was trying to, get it to upload to YouTube, but then the video got crashed. And then there was no way I could get the content again. So I said to myself, I'm going to re record it and then make it available for those who need it. So thank you very much for your patience and let's get straight into it. Now, the first session is not introduction to forex because I would want you to know the kind of mindset to have to be a profitable trader. Now, the word profitable trader is a destination that you are going to get to as long as you keep, trying to get knowledge, trying to put yourself in the mentorship mode, trying to ask questions. You understand? So, what you would need to get to that destination is the things I've mentioned: asking questions, getting knowledge, just try to be consistent. And then let me say something about consistency. Consistency at the beginning may not look like you are doing something and then you are following it through every day of your life. Once you start something, you want to be consistent about it. You may miss a day or two, but then here's the change that matters. You make a conscious effort, your mind is on it. You make a conscious effort that you want to come back into it. And then as you come back into it, you know that since you've made a choice, you no longer have to lose yourself to skipping a day or two. You understand? So it's just something I feel will help whoever is listening. So let's get into it. The unshakable trader's mindset. The word unshakable was used because when you get to the heights or you get to the peak of your trading career, you are going to have to develop an unshakable mindset. Why? Because you may be trading with a group of friends. They may see certain setups, they may see buys, you may see sells. You understand? They may, try to convince you to just be blasting lot size and raising your leverage to the max. But the unshakable here comes to, conquer that kind of perspective. It gives you a good perspective and it's trying to tell you that once you have your plan in motion, once you have your system set, you have your plan, you print it, you look at it. You may not even print it, but it may be on your phone, your laptop. You may write it down. I thrive when I write, so I try to stick to it sometimes. So if printing is is going to be a big deal for me because I may lose the paper and all that, I just write it in my notes because I visit my notes many, many times. You understand? So it's an unshakable mindset. Plan the trade. You trade a plan, whatever cost comes with it. Whether you make profit or you incur some loss, you bear it. Do you understand? So unshakable comes from the point where even though you bear losses, your mindset is unshakable. Why? Because you know that the plan works. It's just up to you to what? To stay consistent with it. Good. Now, let's start. The self-litmus test. Discovering your trading temperament. What do you truly know about yourself under pressure? And you see, this slide was, tailored in a way where you get to, as you look into it more, you get to understand why certain words were used. Because I could just say, what do you truly know about yourself? But over here, I ended under pressure because trading is going to put you under a lot of pressure, right? Trading is not, it's not as the internet makes us think about it. You are risking real money. And then the fact that your real money, your live money, money you suffered for, money you sweat for, right? You had to do one or two to get that money, and then you are risking that money. Do you understand? Under pressure, because the market is going to put you under pressure, especially when you're in drawdown, especially when you enter the trade and then you feel like, oh, now that I've entered the trade should just, boom, and get to my take profit. And it's not getting to that take profit. It's going, I'll tell you one thing. Last week, Friday, I took a trade and then it was in drawdown. It was in drawdown in a lot of pips. You understand? And then my strategy dictates that if I make a profit yesterday, I'm going to increase the lot size today. You understand? So I had increased my lot size, and then I was seeing the numbers that was in drawdown, and I actually it puts me under a certain pressure. I had to hold still. I had to develop an unshakable mindset in that specific, situation, so that I don't break my mindset, so I don't break, the line that is holding me, um is holding me together with my consistent plan. Do you understand? So what do you truly know about yourself under pressure? If you see yourself losing money, if you see yourself, being in drawdown every day, sometimes the loss is not going to be just one day. You are going to chop loss day one, day two, day three, day four, day five. Are you going to have the right mindset even though you are losing? That's why I put under pressure there, because what do you know about yourself without the test? If you've not been through the test of losing money, if you've not been through the test of looking like a fool, if not been through the test of being wrong and trying to rectify your mistakes, then what do you truly know about yourself? So a self-litmus test is a self-evaluation system. You're going to have to evaluate yourself, sometimes with your trading partner, sometimes with your leader, your mentor, or sometimes just by yourself. Because I can come here and then teach all I can, but then it's up to you to use what I've taught to build yourself. So you are evaluating yourself in your house, evaluating yourself in your own room. And then what I'm saying most times, for you that is a beginning trader, right, or is a beginner trader, since you've not traded the market before, I'm sure some of the things I'm mentioning can relate to other aspects of life for you, because you see yourself maybe doing certain things, you being under pressure in certain situations, you being under pressure in certain situations, maybe you've been through certain situations where, you know, you face a lot of pressure, you face a lot of resistance, you face a lot of force, have to fight through it. Do you understand? You do a self-litmus test and you ask yourself, am I capable for what I'm about to do? And let me tell you, you are very capable. You understand? Most people have this fright of stepping into an arena because they believe they are not capable. I'm here to tell you are capable. Years ago when I started, I was not capable. And then I believed I was not capable. But I took the first step, and then as the journey got clearer, I realized I'm very, very capable. Do you understand? So the self-litmus test, self-evaluation system, where you use decisive questions or actions to gauge your feelings and beliefs. This phase is crucial for self-discovery. You have to go through this to discover. That's why I asked, what do you truly know about yourself under pressure? You have to go through this phase to discover yourself, to discover who you are, again, who you are under pressure, who you are in certain situations. If you lose money, are you going to, behave certain way towards your friends? Are you going to, be giving them the cold shoulders, you frown your face and then you behave like the people that are around you are, it's your own loss. You have to hold it on your chest. Do you understand? That's what makes you, because if you now take that loss and then you lash it out on your friends, It makes no sense. They were not the ones who placed the trades for you. Do you understand? So it's a self-discovery. If you realize this is how you behave after you've taken a loss, would you speak to someone about it so that the person can, try and, especially, I'll advise you traders to speak to fellow traders. Because if you speak to other people, they will now be telling you, if it's so hard, why don't you quit? No, we chose this life of toughness. Do you understand? And the advice they give is, it can be good. But then if you are destined to be a trader, if you want to be a trader and you are listening to someone saying, why don't you quit? Why don't you stop? Why don't you do? It's just going to psych your mind in a, in a thought pattern where you start convincing yourself to quit. Understand? So talk to a fellow trader. Don't use, your emotions to drive your life. It's dumb to do that. You understand? So pressure, resilience. Do I have the ability to remain calm? These are some questions I wrote down so that if you are listening, you can ask yourself these questions. And most times when people ask themselves these questions, they go straight away for the answer. Yes, I can remain calm. Yes, I can remain patient. But I'm here to tell you that if you've not gone through the test of it before, you can't possibly know. Do you understand? What you can do is you can find out that you have traits. You see, you have traits of being calm under immense pressure. But trading pressure is a different kind of pressure. Do you understand? So I would say, or that advise you that just remain calm. Fine, answer these questions, but remain calm. Do you understand? And understand what you are doing. Especially your first time you press buy or sell. Remain calm. I'm going to teach you everything about. I'm going to teach you how to develop a plan. That's something I recently discovered through my research and then, hours and hours of, trading, years and experience of trading. So I'm going to teach you all that. So once you have all those tools, all you have to do is remain calm under immense pressure or during volatile market swings. Sometimes the market can move 100 pips to your desired bias, then it comes back 200 pips, then it goes back 150, comes down 220. Your whole mind will be shaking. That's what we call whipsaw in trading. Is Do you understand? So, do you have the ability to remain calm during these conditions? Second one is decision separation. Can I strictly separate a trade's outcome from the process, avoiding emotional attachment to the P&L? So, strictly separate a trader's outcome from the process. Sorry, a trade's outcome from the process. The process is you going through that journey to become the trader. Do you understand? The process is you watching the plan, placing the trade, watching the plan, placing the trade. So can you separate the trade's outcome? When you take a profit or when you hit a loss, can you separate that outcome from the process? Even if you make a profit, right? In last week Friday, I made some profit, but I've grown to the point where I've realized, cool, I'm not supposed to be, and you would feel that as a beginner trader, rightfully so. Maybe you hit your first take. Actually, you know what it means to hit your first take profit. Some of us, we've been in the game so many years, right? You were in the game so many years before we could see something like take profit. Like you place a trade, the market will jump from your level all the way to your take profit. Oh my God, such a great feeling. Do you understand? So rightfully so, you feel that way, but try and detach yourself from it. Do you understand? The profit came as a result of you following the plan. So what you should be happy about is the fact that you have a plan, not the fact that you hit take profit. When you take a loss too, as I mentioned earlier, are you going to behave certain way, you know, sometimes even, and it's even hard when you're around people who do not trade, because then they'll be asking, what's going on with this guy? Is he Ululu? Like, what's going on? Do you understand? But if you're around a trader, he has been traded before, he can see and know that actually this girl or this guy is behaving this way because they took a loss. Do you understand? So can you detach yourself from the trade outcome? Do you understand? You see the outcome, you understand that you got this as a reason, as a result of the decision you took when you place the buy or you place the sell. Okay, this is the outcome of the decision I took. Good. Go back to the plan. Look at the plan well. Journal your trade. Look at the trade well. What did I do wrong? Maybe I extended my take profit too far, and that's something I've come to a realization of. Because me, I do long trades, but most times before the market to reach that particular take profit, it would have gone through series of stop losses. Sorry, it would have gone through series of, wow, I was about to say liquidity sweep, but you are beginners, so I don't want to use that word for now. Understand? But it should have gone through series of stop losses that hit my stop loss many times before it will reach that high. So your expectations, are you pushing your take profit too high? Are you exiting the market too fast? Are you setting break even too fast? What exactly are you doing? This is why journaling is very important. You have to journal your trades. Sometimes, in my journal, right, I write, there's a certain column where I write feelings. I put the feelings or the things I felt when I was trading, I put them into words. Most times when I'm writing it there, it doesn't make sense. You understand? But when I come back to visit that journal, then I realize that, oh, this feeling I was having was what was blocking me from achieving this profit or this loss. I have to stress so much on this because you may hit stop loss or take profit one time, especially the loss. Nobody likes to lose. You understand? And then it will mess up your whole mood. Especially, I'm stressing on the behavior because you may, for those who don't have insight, for those who don't have wisdom, you understand, they'll think, oh, he's being fake, he's being this, he's being that. If you have a solid mindset, then you have the discerning ability, you know that this person is behaving this way as a result of this. So it's your job now is you, your observer's job now to calm down and then understand the person's situation. Some people can go over with it, but just understand people have their lives. You don't have control over it. Understand? So emotional honesty, that's the next thing. Am I willing to admit when I am wrong and exit a trade immediately, even if it causes a loss? Now, the word emotional here was used because emotions cloud judgments many times. In fact, they can cloud your judgment 100%. You understand? Sometimes you are in a trade and you know that the exact place you entered the trade at is a terrible place. It's a terrible place to place your trade at. Do you understand? But it's like your emotions convince you. Your emotions are convincing you because of what you are attached to. You are attached to the fact that it could rise and go to your level and hit your take profit. Meanwhile, that is not your plan. Do you understand? So emotional honesty. That's why you meet some traders and it's almost like they don't have emotions because they've been through it many times. The market has slapped them many times. So, the way the normal person will have a lot of emotions, the trader has lesser emotions because he just doesn't care. He knows that this is happening as a result of a certain outcome. Do you understand? Emotional honesty. Admit to yourself. That is why traders stress on the fact that you have to have a plan and a system. Because you are looking at your system is telling you, see, per this trade you've placed, you should exit. But your emotions are deceiving you. What the fuck? Your emotions are deceiving you and are telling you that this trade will go your way. You understand? It's a lie. Emotional honesty. Be honest with yourself emotionally. And then you know what? Sometimes you'll be honest with yourself emotionally. You will take that trade out. But then you see that after you've taken it out, it goes your way. Bear the consequence. So we go back to decision separation. Bear the outcome. Bear it. Don't say, ah, shit, now I took it out and this and this and that and that. Next time, what are you going to? You are going to even increase lot size. You are wounding yourself. I should have this, I should have that. Do you understand? It's all as a result of you bearing the outcome of your decision. Bear it. So understanding your default emotional response is the first step towards controlling them in the market. And I'm going to give you this gem for free. You see, and it's even better for you as a beginning trader to have content like this, because most of us, when we started, we didn't have people to tell us this side of trading. We didn't have people to tell us the litmus tests, going through all these things, right? I'm going to tell you this. If you start on the wrong platform or on a wrong background, on a wrong foundation, and then you build that foundation to a certain point, and then that foundation keeps producing losses for you, the more you lose, the more your brain is registering that system of losing. So sometimes you enter a trade that is a sure banker trade, right? But it's like you've built the behavior of messing up your trades many, many times. You understand? Such that your brain is just, repeating those actions, because the brain likes patterns. So the more you feed it a certain pattern, this is why traders go through the rigorous test of back testing, forward testing, live account, demo account, this, that, so that they can train their brain to get used to a pattern of winning. Do you understand? So if you see your trade hit take profit many, many times, your brain will now say, okay, if I'm seeing this, I just have to have hope that it's going to hit my take profit. Mind you, hope, the market doesn't care about your hope and your faith and your belief, Charlie. It's merciless. So you also have to create a system that counters the market. You have to have a for me, right? I keep telling people, if you have a strategy that is 50.5% winning strategy, you are on the upper side of the market. Because no matter how many times you lose, you are still going to make 50.5%. If it's 50-50, boo-hoo, you understand? Even if it's 50.1, you're on the higher side of the market. So it's up to you to keep tightening your strategy. Take it to levels like 60, 70, 80, 90%. When you get to strategies that are 90%, Charlie, you go chop the market. Well, you understand. Next, the trader's psychological toolkit. What is trading psychology? Do you understand? It's not just charts and money, it's about you. Mind you, before you came to the world of trading, there was already charts and money. So why is it that you are in the world of trading now and then you want to grab all that money when your system does not allow you to? Be patient, be patient, be patient. And that patience is going to take a lot of months, years even, for you to build. For you, you may have it easier because you have someone here who is telling you about it. So when you reach those stages, it's not like, I don't know what to do now. I don't know this. I don't know that. No. You know what to do now because I've given you the word of it. You understand? You can go back to YouTube, listen over and over and over and over and over and over again. So it's not just about the charts and the money. It's about you, the trader. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? What is your mind telling you? Do you understand? Trading psychology is the emotional component of a trader's decision-making component. So the decision-making process. So as you are making your decisions, are your emotions playing a fact? Sorry, are your emotions playing a part in it? If your emotions are playing a part in your decision-making process, you are going to blow account. I'm not even going to talk about stop loss because constant stop loss will lead to blowing account. You blow your account, boom, you blow the account. Why? Because your emotions are clouding your judgment. This is the reason why. And then I'm saying it as you are listening as a beginner. You need, see, trading plan. I've come closer to the camera for you. So you guys understand when you get to this place. Trading plan, trading system is the most important thing you will get or you will do to yourself as a trader. Good. Trading psychology is the emotional component of a trader's decision-making process. Your psychology whilst you are trading. So most traders tend to read books about or books, psychological books, and this is something I regretted when I won't say regret because I have less regrets. I don't really have a lot of regrets, you understand? But I look back and then I slightly wish I didn't drop the course psychology when I was studying in uni when I had a chance to further in psychology. I chose another course, but I sit back and I look in hindsight and say, what if I pursued psychology? Would it have given me a better foundation in trading? You understand? This is why some traders read a lot about psychology. So without the right mindset, over here I would say without the right mindset, but I also counter it with this: without the right community. If you are not beside a fellow trader for him or her to see certain things you are doing in the market, so without the right mentor, without the right leader, without the right community, without the right friends, traders make mistakes detrimental to their account. And also we come back to without the right mindset. If you are not in the right state of mind, kaboom, you blow your account. You see, you mess the account up. Me, I won't lie to you. You blow the account. So you work so hard, find yourself $300, $500. Boom, you blow the account. Detrimental. If you find yourself in that situation, your mind, you understand? It's a psychological warfare. Emotions like fear and greed. If you go through every document in the trading space, they mention things like fear and greed so many times because these are two killers to a trader. Fear, number one, because most times, because you've incurred a lot of loss, you are free to enter a new trade. Fear and greed. You've hit your take profit instead of you to close the chart. Be content with what your plan is telling you. There be that. You won't. You will now open lot size. You open even bigger lot size. And then when you enter the market like that, what your mind will now start telling, because your mind knows the right thing, mind you. What your mind will now start telling you is, I shouldn't have entered. So now, am I going to hit take profit? Am I going to hit SL? And then you see small money, then you rejoice. You say, okay, let it push here small. I remove. It will push there. You won't remove. Oh, you say, oh, it has reached here. Let it push small, because your mind is following the money. Meanwhile, your plan has given you the first money already. Oh. You've hit your take profit already. Oh. But that greed component, that greed fact is telling you go again in the same day. Oh, when you've reached your profit target. I've been through it. I've fought it many times. I still fight it sometimes. Being honest with you. You understand? But that's the journey. I'm fighting it to a point where I'll fight it to a standstill. There are traders who have done it before, so I believe I can. Do you get me? Good. Can cause irritational behavior. You just be Charlie, I've seen it many times with me, with fellow traders. They get irritated. You'll be talking to the person safe. You think they are listening to you. They are just reading into that loss they took, that greed that influenced their decision. They just read into it. You understand? And then they start, giving you certain behaviors or attitudes. Now, if you're an experienced trader or if you're someone with a heightened discerning ability, you will see through it and then you just say, oh, this person is just going through this phase. But I'm here to tell you that as you're on the journey of trading, you don't allow people's behaviors or people's attitudes to influence you a lot, especially people's decisions. Do you understand? I'm someone who has been around, I've been through a lot of situations because I put myself there and it has given me a lot of experience. You understand? So when I'm around people and then I see certain, attitudes, I just know that, oh, Charlie, just go through what you're going through and then come back to yourself. I'll be waiting for you on the brighter side. But when you come back to yourself, you definitely see me there. If you are going through it and you need that support, you can definitely text. That's why the community is here. You send it into the group, or if you feel some type of way about it, you personally text me. I open this community for you to have access to me so that you can ask me questions. You understand? So if you are going through it and it's tough, let me know. From my experience and then the wisdom I've gained through years and years of being in the market, I'll tell you a few things. Do you understand? However, if I'm saying a lot and then you're still not getting it, I'll just go quiet because I've already told you what you have to do. Do you understand? So if I go quiet, it's not to say I've abandoned you, but sometimes I'm just giving you the hint that go back to what I've said to you days and ages and months and years and weeks ago. You clock it. Do you understand? You will clock it. You see. So the core conflict is between your system. That's the logic. That's why I keep saying trading system, mechanical trading system. That's the logic. That is the bright side of the trading and your emotions, the impulse. You see small move, bah, you are pressing. You see small move, bah, you see small move, bah, bah, and then you incur a lot of loss, no profit, and you come back home looking grumpy. It's not accepted in the trading world because you can do it in your beginning stages, right? But as you grow, is like the traders ahead of you are going to be expecting you to have to grow out of that because it's a pattern. You understand? You can see through it. So when you see through it, you are going to have to grow out of that. But if you keep doing that, eventually people are going to get tired of you. It's just human nature. You understand? Humans can bear with you to a certain point and then they just get tired of you. Do you understand? So you understand human nature too. I've read some books about human nature, and then the books don't really help. They help, but then you see, I'm someone who has been around a lot of people, so I've seen many behavior types. Do you understand? So that's why I'm saying that I've given you access to me. So when you are telling me this is what is going on with you emotionally or mentally, I would know the exact thing to tell you. It may take me an hour or two or even days to respond. That's because I'm trying to figure out. I'm going through the years and years of experience. Sometimes I'll have to go through my notes. You understand? And then clock it and say, okay, maybe this is what is going on with this person. Let me tell him this. Maybe this is what is going on with that person. Let me tell him that. Good. Your impulse is always the devil. Do not feed it. Feed your logic, feed your system. The enemies of success, fear and greed. Okay, I mentioned it earlier. Know your enemy to defeat it. If you don't know what is controlling you, if you don't know what is influencing you, this is why, social media is very detrimental to a trader. You understand? So, and then social media now is insanely difficult to fight because it's like we experienced social media when we were kids. You understand? Most of us had the opportunity to have phones at a young age. So we've been watching these things since young. Wow, killer. Do you understand? And growing is hard for you to depart from that side of it because it's like you've built your whole, not whole, but you've built some part of your identity there. Do you understand? For the generation coming up now, we know that this is how detrimental it can be to them. So we can tell them, don't touch the phone. Don't do this. If you do this, this is going to be the outcome. Do you understand? Fine. But for you who have grown up in those systems, fighting it is difficult. So you go online, you see traders doing well. What you don't see is that you don't see them in their trading decks pressing. You see people from afar, and then you start doing like, oh, this guy is so good. You start comparing him to you. You are messing up you are doing what the guys will call bulu. You understand? You are bullying yourself. You understand? Because you can't even see what the trader is going through. That is why the best thing you can do is having someone tell you the truth about the forex world. You are seeing someone, you are placing them in a pedestal in your mind that they are better than you. People could have multiple accounts. They'll run it. They'll take all the loss on one account, take all the profit on one account, and then they'll come and show it to, yay, I'm the good trader. Do you understand? I'm saying again, I've been through many rooms, like many places. So I've seen people do certain things, and then I can now tell you that this is what people do. So you don't have to, easily get influenced. It's best for you to have a trader friend beside you. You can see their lives and you can say, oh, this person is still battling this. So just by looking at him, I also have the courage or the hope that I can battle this and then prevail. You understand? You have trader friends that you can talk to. Just yesterday night, I talked to one of my trader friends. I was like, Charlie, this and this and this. Sent me some encouraging audio this morning. I listened to it and then it just fueled me. You understand? I know that there's hope. You understand? The manifestation of fear and greed, FOMO. If you are new to trading, you are going to get exposed to this word called FOMO. Fear of missing out. You fear that you miss out on this trade, so you jump into a trade late because you see price moving without you, and most times the jumping into it late is what is causing you to lose, because now you jumped into the trade late. Your drawdown is wider to your stop loss, and God help you if that trade hits stop loss. Kai, you now be in a terrible state of mind because you now tell yourself, I should have waited, I should have done this, I should have done that. Do you understand? Fear of losing, refusing to set a stop loss or prematurely closing a trade because you fear you are going to lose. Fear disturbs, fear will not allow you to take that risk. Fear, most people's life are just run by fear. Even me, as I'm sitting here, I have certain bits of fear, right? Because sometimes I know, wow, if I'm just going to give you a peek. If I go out, this person is going to prevent me from entering this place. So you know what, instead of me going out, I'm going to sit here. Then I'll plan tactically. Then I'll plan a specific day where I'll go out. And then I know that the risk that comes with it is either me not entering or me entering and then facing the brighter side of you understand. As it gets clearer, as we go ahead, I'll just start unveiling certain situations I've been in so that you yourself, if you're in those situations, you can what, comfort yourself and know that there's hope for things to get better. You understand? So I'll tactically plan, okay, today I'm going to go out, I'm going to do all these operations. I'll finish that before I come. And when I come, I'm now going to have to face the challenge of whether I'm going to enter this place I'm not going to enter. If I'm not going to enter, then I start planning. Where am I going to go next? Because I'm not going to leave myself to be outside. Do you understand? Good. The manifestation of greed, over leveraging. Traders face this a lot. Over leveraging. You will just be opening. You open because your leverage allows you to open many trades. You just be opening. You are killing your mindset. Do you understand? And it's even worse. Listen, it's even worse if you do this and you hit take profit or you take out some profits, you ask yourself, why is it worse when you do this and you take profit? Because now you are training your mind to think it's good to over leverage and get money. Your next trade, you tear lot size, you pin it big, because now your mind is, your brain likes patterns. That's why somebody will say, oh, it doesn't matter how tempting it is, don't touch it. You understand? Because now that you've gone to touch it, like God told Adam, don't eat from that garden. Sorry, that tree. Adam went to eat from that tree. Now Adam's brain started thinking, oh, he doesn't need God because he is God. Now he realized that he's naked. You understand? So, where was I? Don't touch it. Don't touch it. But now you go and touch it. Your brain has gotten used to that pattern of, wow, now I can do this and I'll still see profit. So you go again, you go and do it. Profit times 2, detrimental. You go again, you go and do it. Profit times 3, detrimental. The more you see, so let's say you do it and you see profit 8 times. Now your brain has gotten used to the fact. Your brain will start thinking it is a winning strategy. Oh my God, if you find yourself on this part of the market, kill yourself. Because now when you take one loss, your brain will say, oh, it's just one loss. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to clap back. 2 loss, I'll clap back. 3 loss, I'll clap back. 4 loss, then you eventually blow your account. Over trading, taking low probability setups just to be in the action. This is something, especially, traders who don't have that background of trading, like, you didn't have people who are in that trading space around you. So, like, you didn't see certain level of composures. Some people can be in loss and they are so composed. You be asking yourself, how is this guy doing this? Understand? But it took years and years of losses and training and practicing to reach there. You understand? So you just want to be in the action. You see something happen, bang, 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 bang. You just want to be in the action. It's very detrimental to you as a trader. You understand? Holding too long, you are letting a winning trade turn into a loser because you just want a little more. You just want 2 more pips. You just want 3 more pips. You just want 4 more pips. This is why most of my uh, exit strategies are above the high. Sometimes I don't even set it. No, right where the high is, exit, because I'm not going to leave except my trading profit target states that I have to get this amount of pips. So most times after that top, I take out some level of profit. You understand? Then I wait for it to get to the prime level of exit. Then I exit. You understand? But all I'm saying is that you just want a little more. You just want to obtain 1 more pip, 10 more pips. You understand? Then it messes up your. This is why, as a trader, you have to have a weekly pips target or profit target. Maybe you tell yourself, I'm looking for only $100 this week. You get it. You go and sleep. You go and sleep. Go and sleep. Exit the chat. Close your phone. Do not check. Most times you fight this edge because you've been checking so many times. You understand? You check so many times. You check so many times. So now you are used to the fact that you have to, you are used to the fact that uh, you have to, where was I? You are used to the fact that after closing your trade, you have to check your phone again. Then you go and check, and then boom, you kill yourself again. So all that profit you made, you lost it because you were impulsive, you were impatient. You want to put your hand there. Terrible. The power of a trading plan, aka your rule book. Your plan is your peace of mind and your shield against impulse. You wouldn't build a house without a blueprint. Don't trade without a plan. Architects are so important in building a house. Why? Because they bring the blueprint into life. They travel with their minds into the future, see what the building is like, and then they put it on paper. Share you Bob. Uh-huh. So it's like a blueprint. So if you want to build that building, what you have to do is you have to watch the plan. So at this point, you know that take some more blocks, take some more cement, look for more boys. Do you understand? Then you build. So why is it that you are trading without a plan? Why? It's because you just didn't have that background where people would tell you, trading looks like just pressing buy and sell. It's a lot deeper than that. Do you understand? Trade your plan. Plan your trade. A formalized trading plan removes impulse. And then I can say this many times, but sometimes you have your trading plan and bro, you just ignore it. You are building character. Choose to believe the plan. Choose to stick to the plan. Choose it, because if you choose it, you are now building character. Just the same way your brain has gotten used to the pattern of not trading with a plan. Now train your brain to get used to the pattern of building a trading plan and following it to the end. Guys, no, Charlie, what is guys? My people, you are so fortunate to have this content, because you look back and you see, wow, this is a good foundation. That's why I started. I've not uploaded the other videos yet, because I understand the importance of this particular session. So this is the first one. You understand the unshakable traders mindset. Show you out. A formalized trading plan removes impulse by predefining all critical decision points. It is the core of disciplined trading. So people talk about, want to be disciplined in trading. Put down your plan. Put down your entry and exit criteria. Put down your risk per trade. Put down your position sizing. I have a book where I've planned how I'm going to trade if I have a 10K account, if I have a 20K account, if I have a 30K account, if I have a 5K account. What I've not done is plan for how I'll trade when I have like a $300 account. So most times when I get that amount of money, right, and I'm being honest with you, I just haphazardly just placing trades because I want to make money. So I'm going to have to sit down on my buttocks and then plan how I'll trade when I have $300, when I have $200, when I have $400, when I have $100. I don't go below 100 because it's terrible. It doesn't make sense, because you are now you looking for ways and means to make quick money. I've done that before, you understand, but I've just elevated from that level. So if I have below $100, I'll just look for some top up and make $100 and just trade, because it doesn't make sense to me to just be trading with 100 CDs. That's $10. To me, it doesn't make sense. I've done it before. I won't lie about it. I've done it before. And then I've done it even recently. Do you understand? But I've now elevated myself from that level. I'm just telling myself, see, it just doesn't make sense, because like I'm chasing the next dollar, because I want that account to grow quickly so I make something out of it. Strip yourself of that mindset. Entry and exit criteria. Exact conditions. You are going to have to put this in your plan too. And as we go forward, I'll teach you how to develop the plan. Exact conditions for initiating and closing a trade is non-negotiable. You have to know where to enter the trade and where to close the trade quickly before you even enter the trade. Because now if you enter the trade and you're having to decide, if you see it reach a certain level, you might extend it. Don't do that to yourself. Risk per trade, the maximum dollar or percentage risk for a single setup. How much you are willing to risk for a certain how much you are willing to risk for a certain amount of pips. Yeah, the maximum dollar or percentage risk for a single setup. How much do you want to risk? Maybe you want to risk 1% of your trading account on this trade. You want to risk $200 of your trading account on this trade. Risk per trade. When you hit that risk, you hit stop loss, accept it. Don't just go and sleep. Investigate so that tomorrow you can do better. You always have to be better than you were yesterday. Ain't gonna lie. Position sizing. Rules for calculating trade size based Rules for calculating trade size based on risk and volatility. Position sizing. How are you going to calculate your trade size position? Maybe you took 0.02, four of it, that is 0.08. But as you are taking in 0.02, 0.02, 0.02, 0.02, you might think, oh, it's just 0.02, is small risk. No, what you've done is you've extended the risk. Now you've done 0.0. If that is in your plan, good. But if it's not in your plan, 0.02, 0.02, 0.02, 0. You've done 0.08. 0.08 is close to 0.1. Blow your account, especially if it is a small account. Small account people, they suffer a lot. They sweat a lot. They'll be looking at their trade and be like, oh God, why did I do this? Why did I do that? You understand? I know because I've been there. And if you are there, elevate past that level. I'm here to pull you out of that level. You understand? Provided you yourself, you are ready to listen, you want to learn. Do you understand? If you don't want to learn, there's nothing I can do. All I can do is stop. I can't keep you accountable because you yourself, you will not even open yourself up for accountability. Share you, Bob. Trading journal protocol. I had to put this here for the last one because I'm going to stress on it. The process for documenting trades and gathering data for future analysis. Here, I put the word future there because specific, intentional. When you are journaling your trade in the heat of the moment, it does not, me, I don't like journaling, but I do it because I've gone through it many times and I've understood that, hey, I wish I had put down this information on how I traded so days ago. Then I would have learned. So if you are journaling today, put it down because you know that it will be useful to you in the future. The process for documenting trades and gathering data for future analysis. Say you bab me. Give me a minute, please. Just a minute. Oh, it's terrible that this part will be part of the video. But when you get here, you can skip it. Or you can just watch me do what I'm doing. I really had to do something. Okay. Good. Thank you very much for your patience. Now let's get back to it. The process for document, you have to put down a process, and then my team and I, we are working together to build a good system so that when you get to that level, you see, the thing is that most times, because people want to, go through the suffering of it, people have gone through the suffering of it and they want to teach you. So if you are going to open yourself up to being taught, right, then you reach profitability fast. But if you want to do yourself, oh, I'll not journal, I have my own thinking, go and do it. Nobody is holding you. But when you do it and you see the results of it, you come back and you want to be taught. Do you understand? So brilliant people in the team, in the community, intelligent people putting together systems that traders can use when they get to that point of profitability, or that point of trading, and then they want to journal their trades. There are apps called Notion, there's Excel. Do you understand? Systems. I like systems so much. Understand? The process of documenting, so it's going to have to be a process. So you take your trade, loss, profit, you now go and put win or lose. Win. How much did you win? $100. No, 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 no. That you write your feelings. No, 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 no. That you put it together, save it in a file for your own future analysis. When you grow in trading and you want to experiment on it, you just go back there, read. That's your own book. So yeah, trading books can tell you a lot about trading, but that's your own book. You wrote your feelings. You are learning your own book. You are learning about yourself 10 times better. Next, Johnny, I no finish. Risk management, the foundation of survival. Are you managing risk? Are you managing risk? Do you understand? Are you being wise about how you are opening and closing trades? Are you being wise about it? The foundation of survival. Because if you know if your account cannot hold 0.05 and you go and tier 0.05 because somebody say tier lot size, when you die, sorry, no, you will not die. But when your account gets blown, they won't give you money to fund it too. You understand? They'll just say, oh, sorry, sorry. You know, you can meet some good people that will risk their money, you know, they'll give you some money to fund your account again. But those people are hard to come by. They are hard to come by. You understand? So be wise. You know your account is $200. You know this is the risk. So what I do most times, and it's a system I built years ago. When I have $100, my risk is 0.01. When I progress to $200, my risk is 0.02. When I progress to 300, 0.03, 400, 0.04, 500, 0.05. When I reach 1,000, then I risk 0.1. But this will not work for you if you're on a funded account, because funded account, they have, you know, maximum this, maximum that, your daily loss. I don't want to really stress on funded accounts because you are beginning. Just focus on what I'm telling you now. You understand? So if you have your own life funded account, then you can, you know, use that logic. So if I have, let's say, $5K, I use 0.5. If I have $10K, then I can use one lot size. You understand? One tier lot size. But you are tiering lot size because of how you've grown in the market. She onushishin. Se wati asie. Be esegomade. Chinese. Tankun shonglin hong. Understand? Preserve capital to play another day. There's always another setup. I swear to God, I've seen it many, many times. Every day setup comes. So are you going to allow yourself to be a fool and then risk all your money on one day and then not be able to play the other day? Don't be a fool. I'm saying it because I've been a fool multiple times, and then I'm telling you so that you don't be a fool, because it's painful. It's painful to be a fool. I've grown past the fool stage, so I'm telling you so that you don't be a fool. I'm not, trying to, tell you fool, like I've been a fool, this, that. No, I'm just trying to make you understand things that I've gone through. Onoshishin, things that I've gone through. So I've made, I can substitute that word with, I've made a lot of mistakes. So don't be the one to make many mistakes when you have someone telling you how to do it. Do you understand? Good. So I've been a fool multiple times, telling you so you don't be a fool. The 2% rule: never risk 2% of your account, more than 2% of your total trading capital on a single trade. This is the ultimate policy for capital preservation. So traders have experimented many, many years, and they've realized with statistics, they've realized that the more you risk, if you risk more than 2% of your account, and then traders, most times you can hit stop loss like 3 times a day. That's provided your trading plan tells you that you can open 3 positions in a day. And you keep going, keep going, keep going. If you are risking more than 2%, you are killing your account. Eventually, you blow the account. So never risk more than 2% of your total trading. This is why it doesn't make sense to trade on a $10 account, because you are trading on a $10 account. You are training your mind. You understand? You are training your mind. So how will you risk? What is 2% of $10? Let me do that calculation. Please be patient with me, okay? Let me do that calculation for you. 10 times 2%. 0.2. So if they say never risk more than 2% of your total trading capital. If you are risking 0.2, how much are you looking to gain? Do you understand? How much do you want to gain? Do you get it? So uh let me check how much it will be if you are risking on a $30 account. 2%, 0.6. So you are risking $0.6 to make what? $1.2. Then you've wasted the pips. Do you understand? But it's important as you are growing. You know, when you get a $10 trading account and you want to um try something out, you want to test your abilities, then you can do something like that. Do you Bob? Can do something like that so that you grow, you understand. So I wouldn't advise you to do it, but there's also a part of me that is trying to tell you that put yourself under the test. Don't do it too much. You take a $10, $20, you do, you lose the account. Now you understand the reality of trading. So it will even make more sense to you when I'm telling you this because you know that trading system is, how do they say it? The word? Oh, you can't trade without a trading plan. I want to use a specific word. It's coming, but it's going to. It's non-negotiable. You cannot negotiate. Non-negotiable. Can't have a trading plan. So mandatory stop loss. A stop loss is a non-negotiable. Every day you place your trade. When I started, I used to not put stop loss because me, I used to think the market, when you are starting, you think these ways because you think the market people are monitoring you, they have access to your logins, they have access to your whereabouts, they are watching you. Maybe when you place a buy, they have drones in the sky that are looking at your phone. These are beginner mindsets, do you understand? And then I'm glad I've grown up ahead of that, do you understand? I genuinely used to think that market makers have drones in the sky that they are watching me. You see, when I press buy to quickly put my trade down. So I used to trade without stop loss. Oh, what a fool I was. And then you just see market going down. Now there's not a safety net to protect your account because market is going down. You yourself, you don't know where to exit, so you allow it to go down. I've funded my account $90 and then I've blown it in seconds. Imagine, like, years ago, let's say 2020 or 2021, having $90 and putting it in your trading account and it blows instantly like a nuclear bomb that they've dropped on a country. Boom! Seconds. I did not understand. I was like, these market people, they are wise. They have systems like Charlie. It's a useless mindset. Grow out of it. In case you start having that mindset, I'm here to tell you it's a useless mindset. It's not true. It's a lie. Don't allow emotions to cloud your judgments. Take profit logic. TP. So you hear traders say, oh, I hit my TP, I hit my SL. Understand what that means. Sheyubab. Understand what that means because take profit, market moves a lot of pips in a day. Do you understand? Sheyubab. So you are looking at this. You are looking at the fact that, how do I put this now? Markets will move up to a certain level, right? And if it reaches that level, it can continue going up. But you have your take profit because you are telling your plan. Having tested it multiple times has told you that when you reach here, exit. You understand? When you reach here, exit. When you reach here, exit. But when you reach there, you don't have a take profit. It keeps going. And then in your mind, you are making a lot of profit. A lot of profit is good. I won't lie to you. I wish I can just open some trade and then it will just be flying and I'll just be gaining. Every day I'll just be gaining. You understand? But take profit takes you out of the market when you reach your desired point. Bob. So when you reach that desired point, market is still going. Allow market to move. What I tell traders most times is go on the 4 hour time frame or on the 1 day time frame. and minimize the chart and see how many days market has produced a lot of pips. That should give you hope that the next day another pip will come. Don't be greedy. Don't, even if you take a loss, maybe you took a loss, one trade, two trade, three trades, you took a loss. Don't be greedy. Do you understand? And if you take a loss, it's not the prop firm, it's not the trading broker, it is you yourself. Because there are people profiting from prop firm, there are people profiting from their brokers. Why are you the one losing and blaming it on these people? It is not anybody, it is you, the trader. Your number one job in trading is protecting your capital. Everybody has said it. I'm also going to say it. Protect your capital, because if you have your capital, you have a chance of making profit tomorrow. But if you don't have your capital, you dead. Yeah, I'm using this dead word a lot. Sorry though. I'm just trying to, make you understand the setting. It's like you are playing Subway Surface and the police catch you. You dead. Understand? So impeccable risk management is the only way to ensure longevity in the market. Impeccable. I use this word impeccable because I was reading this book, The Four Agreements, and then they use this word impeccable. It made me understand, something on a deeper level. Impeccable means without sin. But in this context, we'll say something like without taint. Like nothing. You see, when you are wearing white shirt and then palm oil pours on your white shirt. Impeccable is like there's no stain on that white shirt. It's purely white. Do you understand? Yes, I'm purely dark. There's no, maybe I've tried to bleach and my skin will do white and things. No, I'm purely dark. I'm impeccably dark. Wow. What's a good word? You understand? Guys, you have to, be confident in who you are. I'll tell you this as a trader. I've also grown from places where I was not very confident, because sometimes you go around people that just make fun of you. And sometimes it's nice, because what is the friendship if I cannot make fun of you, if I cannot laugh at you? I don't want any friendship that I cannot laugh at you. Me, I will laugh at you. You will vex and you go and sleep. And the next day, I'll laugh at you again. I've had someone tell me he's trading loss, right? And the first audio I recorded for him was laughing. Laugh at him 2 minutes. I was on the call. I said on the call, on the audio, just laughing. I wanted him to understand. No, I didn't want him to understand. See, the laughing just came out. Understand? But after laughing, I told him this and this is what you did wrong. Fix it. Do you understand? So if it's just laughs, then it's not going anywhere. But I can laugh at you and correct you. You can laugh at me and correct me. I can laugh at you and give you reason, like reasoning, logic. You understand? So I laugh at him to make him understand that, see, it's not every day that you come and you show me your loss and you say, oh, sorry, you are not a baby, bro. I laugh at him. Understand? And he also laugh about it. And then we taught ourselves the right thing. You understand? So impeccable. Like Charlie, I'm impeccably who I am. I like myself so much. I love that I'm able to do what I do. Nobody can, look at me and no man can judge me and no man can tell me I'm something that I believe I'm not. You can't do that to me because I've built a mindset of it. I'm impeccably Desmond. I'm without stain. Risk management. So risk management that is without flaws. You understand? Some people may believe your risk management has a lot of flaw, but you look at it and no, this thing helps me. I've tested it so many. Even though you hate losses, that risk management is impeccable. Why? Because it has shown you through testing that if you keep following it, you get to this level. So it's impeccable. Don't mind when anybody is telling. If anybody is telling you something and is giving you reason to, tighten your own risk management, fine. But if people are just coming to laugh at it and employ it, something that you spent your time, your life, you spent years building, is someone you just come and laugh at it and say, forget this thing. If they are telling you forget it, they should be giving you a solution. If they are not doing that, forget them. Go and look for your solution. Tighten your risk management. Move on. You're a trader. You're not an emotional responding person. Building mental discipline, the power of routine. Patterns create resilience and consistency. Also, patterns create losing habits. So you remember I mentioned you are teaching your brain a pattern of losing. Now teach your brain a pattern of discipline, resilience, and consistency. Pre-market routine. Review the economic calendar. Check if there are news coming. Identify your key support and resistance levels. Mentally rehearse your trading plan. So this is something I do, and I sit down, I look at my trading plan. I have it on my Google Docs. So I look at my trading plan, then I start saying it in my mind. Okay, you will not see me speaking, but mentally I'm rehearsing my trading plan. Another thing I do to help myself stop, you know, taking out trades prematurely is I do not watch my MT5. I look at it on TradingView, because with TradingView I'm not seeing the loss. I know that I can calculate it mentally that okay, if I'm this number of pips in drawdown, I mean maybe $30 drawdown, $30 loss. So I can just calculate it mentally, but I'm not looking at it live. Looking at it live gives you, this is why I was saying the power of routine. I'm building a mental discipline. So the more I go without watching the chart, the more I'm comfortable. So now when I come back and watch my MT5, I've trained my brain, do you understand, to go through these processes already. So even if I'm seeing the loss, I know that okay, I just have to believe the plan. Mentally rehearse your plan. So I sit down, I'll wait for a liquidity sweep, a break in market structure, dip into a fair value gap or an order block, target the high, boom, I'm out. If I don't target the high, I'm targeting 300 pips, boom, I'm out. If I don't target 300 pips, I'm using my Fibonacci extension to plan my exit strategies. You see, and then people come to me with many, many strategies. They tell me this, they tell me that. Understand those strategies work, but I've tested my own, and then I've seen that my own two works. So that's all I'm looking for. You understand? Your strategy may tell you, wait again, wait again, wait again, wait for it to come to this low, 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 boom, before you take your no, no, no. Mine doesn't tell me that. So I understand what I am doing. Then I follow it strictly. Execution phase, rig stick rigidly to your plan. If you are executing your trade, stick rigidly to your plan. Avoid impulsive deviations. Yeah, you're deviating, you're being impulsive. Focus on the process, not the short-term outcome. Do you understand? Not I'm going to be able to make $10 right now before I even wait for price to come to my real entry. Don't do that. You mess yourself up. Post-market routine, journal all trades. Journal. You see, as I'm sitting here speaking to you, right? My trade of last week Friday, I've not journaled it yet. I was telling myself, oh, I'll journal, and I'm telling you this to make you understand that you may sometimes not do the things you say you will do. Do you understand? So I'm opening up this side to you. I'm not going to hide it to you from you. I'm opening up this side to you to make you understand that it's something you're going to have to build. You are building character. You are building a certain you. Do you understand? You are building a certain you. You are building a certain you. So you're going to have to prevail. You see, you're going to have to build it, build it, build it. Share you, Bob. That's good. So journal all your trades. I'm building the character of journaling. And for me, I like writing because typing, if I'm going back to watch it, I can just, quickly sway to social media. You understand? So, and these are like, you have to understand, these are mental models I'm building, because I know that, okay, if I risk, and it's like a trader's mindset. As a matter of fact, I risk going to social media if I'm doing it online. So what do? Type, write. Sometimes I'm writing for 1 hour, 2 hours. I don't like it, but I have to write so that I don't, because when the ideas start coming and then I'm putting it down, I cannot risk watching my phone for all the ideas to go. And those who are writers, poets, those who write books, you understand this very much. Sometimes when you're in the motion of writing a poem and then you don't finish it and you go and come, you no longer have that. It's like your mind was vibrating on the frequency. don't longer have that frequency to complete the poem. Ish, the microphone is going low. This was what I was checking out for. Guys, please, this channel is not an aesthetics channel, understand? So when you see some things, you just have to bear with. I'm not doing this to look nice on the internet. I'm doing this because I care about my community. So if the internet feels some way about how I look or what I'm doing, I just stood up. What the hell? I just stood up to take a charger to charge my microphone. That's telling you some of the challenges I face when I'm doing this. But I like these challenges because I chose them. You understand? Oh, where's the port? Where's the port? Good, good. Charging. Review what went well and what didn't. Post-market routine. You journal your trade. You review what went well and what did not went. Oh, sorry, what did not go well. What did not went well. Can you imagine? Review what went well and what didn't go well. Then tomorrow you prepare. You say, okay, today I face this mental challenge. Tomorrow I'm preparing for it. I'm not going to exit a trade prematurely. You understand? Cultivate, cultivating mental discipline. We are running a marathon, not a sprint. I like this so much because I've run a marathon, sorry, a half marathon before. The day I'll do 42 kilometers, I'll sleep on the floor and thank God because it's not easy. See, I've witnessed some people running a marathon and their knee, right, will just lock. You understand? It will lock. Like you cannot swing your leg again. You just sit on the floor. And if you're unfortunate to be in a place where, you know, uh, nobody is there to help you, you go through terrible pain. I can't even lie to you. Terrible pain. So I've seen a marathon, and then I'm just mentioning this so you understand that sometimes you are trading, you hit a heavy stop loss, you lock on the floor. You understand? You like the market will slap you heavy one. This market has slapped me many, many times. That's why I can tell you comfortably. My GG slaps bear the woho. So what you see? You will not get rich overnight. I have to tell you this. If you want to get rich overnight, just once you've reached here and then you hear me say, just stop the video, close it, unsubscribe and go and sleep because you will not get rich tomorrow. If you want to get rich tomorrow, unless you go and do whatever you think will make you get rich tomorrow, trading will not get you rich tomorrow. People tell you, "Oh, when you buy my course, in 3 days, I've fallen for that many, many times. And I've realized that is a lie. You understand? Those are also people who are trying and then they want to raise capital for themselves. So they start doing a course and tell you, in 3 days, if you pay me $100, in 3 days, you fund your account. It's a lie. It's a beginner's fishing net. They want to fish people who are naive and will chop their money. We used to fund their account. You understand? We are doing the opposite of it. I don't know what the future looks like. Maybe in the future I'll charge you to teach you. I don't know what the future looks like. But if you are up, if you have the opportunity to listen to this, take it with full advantage because people don't do this for anybody. Understand? So you are running a marathon. Running a marathon requires you to build resilience mentally in your body too. You are building resilience in your body by training. You start by doing 1 kilometer. You are good at it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 21. Half marathon. You go. You, you train yourself. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You are almost at a marathon. So I mentioned these numbers to make you understand that you are moving, like you are pushing. Do you understand? You are going to reach that finish line, but as long as you keep pushing, do you understand? That's when you reach that finish line. You are not going to reach that finish line just you start now. That's like even running 100 meters, there's still time. It will take you like, for those who are inexperienced, take like maybe 1 minute to run 100 meters. But those who train, it takes them like 10 seconds. That should tell you the amount of training they put into. I don't even know the way to use, but you train your body to extend itself to finish this amount of to finish this pace in 10 seconds. That takes a lot of training. So train. You have me here with you. I'll introduce the team to you. You have them here with you. You know, speak to them. They'll train you. They'll teach you. They'll give you the right mindset. NOT is in red and in capital letters. You will not get rich overnight. If you are looking to get rich overnight, again, when you get to this part of the video, pause it, close it, unsubscribe, go and sleep. Finish. Your goal in the beginning is consistency and survival, not Lamborghini or G63. That's one of the cars I want to have in my collection. A lot of people too want to have it. Hellcat. So you can remove the Lambo and put it with any whatever no, whatever car you desire to get overnight. And I'm here to tell you won't get it overnight. Understand? Focus on a steady equity curve, not a vertical one. You understand? Winning mindset, the power of belief. Fixed mindset versus growth mindset. The fixed mindset says, I'm a bad trader. I've questioned most of my people. Why do they think things that happen to them, they term it as bad? No, it's an occurrence of your action. Do you understand? So if you don't like the result and you're saying, well, this is bad, this is good, you are putting yourself, it's like you are choosing a side. No, don't choose a side. Experiment. That's why traders see you have to journal. Do you understand? Experiment. Look at it critically. And you tell yourself, wow, okay, I'm going to do this about this. Then you do it. Do you understand? But you fix your mind and say, I'm a bad trader. I don't understand this. You are not allowing yourself to grow. You say, oh, I did this and then I saw this. What can I do to change the outcome? And you do it and you change the outcome. But if you start telling yourself you're a bad trader, you don't understand this. I also did not understand this. How come I'm now in a position where I'm teaching people to understand it? It's because I developed a growth mindset. I told myself I don't understand it yet, but if I learn some more, I can understand it. I also used to do bad situation, good. Why does bad things always happen to me and things? But through experience, and then some of the experience was no books. You understand? It's by listening to leadership. It's by listening to most times the word of God. By listening to, by I've also been around a lot of people. You understand? Old people, young people, kids. I like kids so much. You understand? Sometimes I just behave like a kid. You understand? Not because I'm not mentally mature to be, a grown person or someone of or have that standard of age. But I just like being around kids, and then I just realized kids don't really mind about certain things. They don't see things as, oh, this is bad, this is good, unless their parents have told them that this is bad, this is good. They see things and maybe they play, they get hurt. They see that they've seen that they've gotten hurt, and if they're around good parents, they go to, because I won't say bad parents or say parents who have no experience being around a lot of people, so they don't even, and everything in life is like it's a new experience. So we can't even blame our parents for not teaching us the right thing, because they also didn't know. It's their first time being a parent. Just the same way it's your first time being in life. Have you been in life before? No, this is your first time. No demo. You just started life. That should even tell you that when you want to start something, just start it. Because most times they'll tell you, "Oh, do this demo, do this." No, just start it. Start learning about trading. You get it. That's what I did. Do you understand? You just started life. Most parents didn't have the opportunity of leading people before. So you can put yourself in those demo. You can lead people. You understand? So that when you grow and like I've been around many people. So when I have a child, I can teach him, see, this is how you should tackle these things. This is how you should tackle these things. You understand? Most of us were not taught about sex, about relationships and things. You would have to learn it your own. So I can teach my child about relationships. Do you understand? Friendships. You understand? You are not a bad trader, you just don't understand it yet. So grow and understand it. The growth mindset tells you that I'm not a consistently profitable trader yet. I don't understand this yet. but I believe I can. The power of belief. So you hear Terry Baboni singing, you say, GD, hey, me see GD. It's a message. It's telling you, see, the urgency of how you should believe is very, very crucial. He said, hey, me see GD. It's like, hey, do this thing, believe. And if you are looking for the song I'm talking about, it is Vex Go In, VEXGOIN, where he was speaking about, Terry Baboni's music is so unique to me because like I'm hearing certain struggles that I'm also going through, and then somebody else is going through, and then he's speaking about it. So just by listening, most times I hear say, hey, Missy GD. It's like he's is prompting you that to believe, be like act in urgency concerning your belief. It's urgent for you to believe that you can grow in this. Embrace the challenges and losses as a feedback, not as a definition of your ability. So you stand there saying, it's just a terrible mindset. Change from that. Oh, finally, I've gotten here. Managing stress and avoiding burnout. Your mind is your garden. Make it fruitful. So here, your mind is your garden, right? You know that for a garden to thrive, you'd have to add certain, things into it. You'd have to go sometimes you add manure. I don't know. Just don't add manure to your own mindset because you can't go and be developing shit in your mindset, you understand? I'm just being real with you. You understand? Your mind is your garden. Make it fruitful. So what can make it fruitful? Maybe you water it. You water it by what? By speaking to trader friends. Don't go through your emotion. And I'm telling you first, so that I'm telling you at the beginning. This is why I'm telling you at the beginning stages, so that you will not have to read that point and not know what to do. Speak to your trader friends. Speak to your mentor. Speak to your leader. You understand? Speak to them. Make your mindset fruitful. Sunlight. If you have a garden, I would want to position it in a place where sunlight can hit it. And even those who do greenhouse growing, they have lights. They've installed light bulb that they are paying for electricity to make those light bulbs power those plants. Do you understand? They are putting it under good conditions. So if you know that your mind is a garden, put it under good conditions. Don't allow your emotions to be making you, you know, lash out on things that you're not supposed to lash out on. So burnout, irritability, fatigue, lack of focus. Fatigue is one of the things that breaks traders a lot. Because anyway, irritability, you are getting easily irritated. You understand? I wanted to say something about the fatigue, but I'm going to leave it for later. Because if I start, it will require me to, see a lot of things that I think you are not ready for, because if you go ahead of yourself and you now go and check on these things, it's going to you get an understand. And then I'm not saying don't, read ahead. You read ahead, fine. But if you go ahead and check on these things and you start trying to do them without the right foundation, you cannot build. You look at buildings like Baum Library. Baum Library is a big library. It had a foundation. You understand? So wait for that foundation to be built before you start raising the buildings. You understand? Good. Lack of focus, burnout, overtrading, undertrading. These are the cures to it. Take regular breaks, exercise, and maintain a healthy lifestyle. So you see most traders engaging in, um, running, athletics, gym, all those things, exercise, maintain a healthy life. And most times, a healthy body shows that there's a healthy mind. You understand? I'm not allowing myself to overly, gain weight. I'm also not allowing myself to be malnourished and be looking too skinny. I'm maintaining something. I'm not saying that if you are skinny, it's wrong. Some people it's just their, their nature, their metabolism and something, all those scientific words. I'm not very knowledgeable in those fields, so I don't want to say anything that will misinform you. So have hobbies and life outside trading. You have to have a life outside trading. You have a hobby. Maybe you like reading, you read. You like writing, you write. Trade with money you can afford to lose. This is something I'll stress on. Trade with money you can afford to lose. You can afford to lose. And I know I said I don't do less than $100. But if you can afford to lose $30, do it. Do it. Do you understand? If you're around the right community, you can even, because I've traded with 60 something dollars and I've turned it to something huge before. Four figures, five figures, you understand? So do it. If you're around the right community, you can go there, you understand? But I'm also making you know that the reason why I gave myself a safety net of $100 is that if I have $100, okay, I know that I can risk maybe 10 times. But if I have $10, maybe I can risk just one time and then the account will blow. Do you understand? So what works for you? I know I've said this, but I'm also giving you a counter. Because if you have $30 and then you are having to force yourself to find that remaining 70 to make 100, you might go and do something that you don't have to do. But trade with money you can afford to lose. The most valuable book you will ever read is the book about yourself, and that is found in your trading journal. The trading journal. A journal turns random trades into structured, analyzed database. It is essential for self-mentorship and continuous improvement. So just as I went through, I had people teach me certain things, but I was the one who had to sit down, take these things that they've taught me and make it into something. Do you understand? So a journal turns random traits into structured, analyzed data sets. It is essential for a self-mentorship. The key word here is self-mentorship. You have mentors, you have leaders, you can ask questions, you can go to people and then they'll give you, insight, wisdom. They'll show you how to discern certain situations. But self-mentorship, after they've told you all those things, it's up to you to sit down, take it, and then add it to yourself. A continuous improvement. The facts, log the objective data, your pair, the entry, the exit, the TP, the SL, the P&L. Did you make profit? Yes. Did you make a loss? Yes. You write it down or you put it down, you type it. The setup, document why you took the trade. Include screenshots or screen recordings of the thought process. That is exactly what I do. So as time goes on, I'll find one of those files I've saved and then I'll show it to you. The thought process, how I was documenting these things. The review, what can you learn from the experience? What will you do differently next time? And then the psychology. How did you feel? Did you feel confident? Did you feel scared? Were you greedy? Were you impatient? Were you vengeful? Were you looking for revenge? You understand? These are things you are going to have to write down. Put it down so that, see, putting it down is the worst part of it, because sometimes you are writing your pain. You are writing your pain on a sheet of paper, or you are typing your pain. Sometimes it's not comfortable to be seeing that you, as some people, hold themselves to the standard of them being intelligent people. Intelligent people are one of the most difficult people to teach, because it's like they counter everything. But you've been in this before, you know the experience, they understand, and then you are telling them, see, if you do this, you do this, you do this, you can get here. But then their intelligence will just not let them keep quiet and listen from you. You that you've been through the experience before. You understand? But if you have the discerning ability, you just relax for people like this. They are also growing, just as you also grew. You understand? So how did you feel? Confident, scared, greedy, impatient? Write it down. It's painful, but write it down so that for later. That's what I was saying, that a journal turns random traits into a structured, analyzed data set. You analyze it for later. You understand? The review, what can you learn from this experience? Oh, maybe today I entered a trade too early. I entered a trade too late. You've learned something from that experience. What do you do the next day? You enter it differently. You understand? Maybe you set your trade. You enter it at the time where you plan to enter the trade, and then you bear whatever consequence that comes with it. Thank you. The 90-90-90 rule. A harsh but liberating reality. So it's painful to come to this reality. It's painful to accept this, but it will liberate you mentally. It is said that 90% of new traders lose 90% of their starting capital in the first. It is supposed to be 90 days, but I wrote 90% days. Sometimes you don't even reach 90 days. Sometimes your first day, Sometimes your first hour of trading, you lose all the money. Why is this? Number one, lack of solid plan. Number two, no risk management. Number three, no trading plan. Solid plan is, solid plan is what am I going to do as a trader? You trying to just navigate yourself. But trading plan is the one that makes you understand how you are going to enter the trade. Onu shishin. Abi you bab sewati asye. But a four languages. Spanish. Okay, I won't go to Spanish. I don't want to flex my abilities. You understand? I don't want to show you what I'm able to do. You understand? French. Le play. You understand? Le play là-bas, c'est comment. You understand? I'm just showing you small of what I can do. You understand? But no trading plan is detrimental to your trading success. Next, the paradox of the market. To win, you must first lose. This is what people don't understand. Trading is not about being right all the time. The best traders are often only right 50 to 60% of the time. The key to their success is managing the losses. Do you understand? To win, you must first lose. Sometimes you enter a trade, you go into drawdown before you go into take profits. That's perfectly fine. You are first losing before you win. Sometimes your first 10 trades you lose all, your first 30 trades you lose all. I won't like I'm giving you these facts so that you don't come with the mindset of, oh, I'm going to be excellent at trading. Yes, you would be because you are in the right community, right company. Fine. But then I'm also giving you reality so that you don't get locked up in that mindset and say, oh, I'm placing trades, it's not turning out well, blah, 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 blah. You don't box yourself, you understand? Managing their losses, the key to their success, the best traders, is managing their losses. So the paradox of the market is losing first before you win. Do you understand? Some traders are very, very depressed because they don't understand the reason why they are losing. You understand? And even the depression in itself is like you are losing something. Do you understand? You've lost yourself to gain yourself. So you were depressed in order to reach profitability. Onushishi. But Sagomade, Sawatiasie, She Yubab. Luvent à la Contera. You understand? I'm so good at French. People might not even understand what I said because their French is very terrible and mine is so good. You understand? So Luvent à la Contera. That's good French. It's trying to tell you, do you understand? A losing trade is not a failure. It is a cost of doing business. You understand? That is the cost you incur for doing this. So you see, all what I've done so far is just to give you a mindset. Just the same way God was visiting Adam in the cool of the day, he was installing a mindset into Adam. Now he was trying to make understand that Adam that we were trying to make Adam understand that you are God, you are me. You don't have to go and believe another person that will tell you, like he was trying to tell you, you are me, I am you. He was trying to give Adam the mindset that makes him God. But then the serpent was successful in deceiving Adam through his helper. Do you understand? Good. So what I'm giving you here is a mindset. So you see where it's like your losing trade is not a failure. People think when they lose their trade, they are failed. You've not failed. It's just the cost of doing that business. It is a successful execution of your risk management plan. So even if you've successfully executed your risk management plan. So you should be happy or excited in the fact that you've successfully executed your plan. The goal is not to be right. The goal is to make money over time. Do you understand? You're not in the market to be right. You're in the market to make money over time. So the fixed mindset says I'm a bad trader, accept losses as failure. But the growth mindset says not profitable yet, but I can get there. He sees losses as a feedback so that he can be better in his trade next day, next month, next week. Le plo à la contel, bo segomadi, she yubab, bo no shishi, sawati asye. Action steps before our next session. Your first mindset preparation. Write your why. This is very important. Write why you are doing trading. Sometimes you don't have to show it to me. You can show it to me. I can, teach you on how to develop a good why, because some people don't develop a good why. They start because their why is not fixed, then they lose on trading. You understand? So write your why. Write down clearly why you want to trade and what success looks like to you. Keep this document visible as a motivator. So I don't have it as a document printed out. I have it in my notes. So most times when it's getting tough, I just go back to my notes. I look at my notes. I understand why I ventured into trading. When I started, I didn't have this. As I journeyed and then I did a lot of research through experience too, I understood, okay, I have to have my why, because sometimes it gets incredibly tough. Sometimes your mentor may not even understand what you want him to understand. But if you look at your why, you understand perfectly well what you should do. Draft your plan framework. Start structuring your trading plan. Define risk limits. For this, I would want you to, write how much you think, and it doesn't matter. Don't say okay because there's more says $100. You also want to put it at $100. No, define what risk means to you. Because if you let me know the kind of risk you are willing to take, I will now know how to teach you. Do you understand? Your initial entry and exit ideas, that one will be for later. Then practice routine. For the next 2 weeks, commit to a 5 minute pre-trading and post-market mental routine, even if you are not trading live. So for you now, you've written your why every day for the next 2 weeks. When you wake up, see, if you do what I'm telling you, you reap the fruit of it. But if you don't do it, you will not understand it. So as we go forward, you see me making reference to things like this, and you'll be like, you will not understand it perfect. But do this, even if it's 1 minute. But I suggest you do it 5 minutes. But even if it's 1 minute, do it. Sit down, tell yourself, read your why, and then repeat it to yourself. So you read your why. Maybe I want to do trading because I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a millionaire. I want to use trading as an avenue to make money and then do business. That's good. Understand? So you sit down, you repeat it to yourself. Do you understand? It's like a market routine, market mental routine. You are doing it to yourself. And even as you do this, you build a character of, sticking to your trading routine when you develop one. Lever à le compel. Basta gomadi. She you bab. Show no shishin. So what you here? Questions and answers. So because the previous video got crashed, I don't have people on the call or on the session now to ask me questions and I'll give them answers. But when I post it, utilize the comment section, text in the Discord server. I am there for you. Do not feel left out. Okay. Now we'll stop with this quote. If a man empties his purse into his head, no man can take it away from him. An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. Knowledge is always power. Do you understand? Some people grew up in the mindset where they started believing school and scam school. And no, the reason why you believe that is you went to school and you went to pursue what you did not like. It was like it was chosen for you. Do you understand? And school is not just the building. Sometimes meeting someone, you are attending their school. Some people can coach you so well that after, like, it's just like Christ led Peter James into greatness. The Pharisees and the Sadducees looked at him and were like, hey, this guy it's like he has gone to school, pound. No, it's because of who they were with. Do you understand? So an investment school is not a scam, by the way. Rid yourself of that mindset. If you are pursuing the right course, there's no way I want to pursue human resource management. I'll go and do human resource management, and as I'm doing it, I'll see it as a scam. No, I'm paying for the knowledge. You understand? Knowledge is always power. You get it? So an investment in even a prince has to be taught that he is a prince before he can exert his prince abilities. He has been given knowledge of who he is. So an investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. And that was said by Benjamin Franklin. That being said, we bring this session to an end. I hope it was fruitful. I hope you gained a lot of knowledge. You gained a lot of, insight, wisdom, and all those things. My name is Desmond Kid, and then I am your tutor in Next Gen FX. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for watching. I'll meet you again next week, Friday, and then we'll have a good session. Bye. Wow, 1 hour 45 minutes.